Would be used for vaccine. I'll mute my microphone. Huh? Hey, looks like the just access work, but then again, it's probably because of I never actually fixed any of my settings last time either. All right. What happened last week? Ooh, good question. I don't even remember what happened last week. It was all a blur. Oh yeah, now I remember what happened last week. So last week, it was getting closer and closer to the halfway point where you need to get like at least half of the students to vote yes for keeping them on longer, for at least through the rest of the year. And so the girls went ahead and made up a bunch of BS about him to put into a pamphlet. It was confused a lot of people. And then they did something else which didn't help as well. Finally, what happened was this one chick from this like a hospice or open home or whatever that he volunteered at quite a bit when he was at the previous school. Came by, found him at the school. Came by and asked him if he could come by. The headmistress was taken aback by it, but the headmistress was okay with him going to go, right then and there to go meet up with everyone. Tammy, out of nowhere, was like, "Hey, let me go over there as well," because she was happy to be there as well with the headmistress and everyone else because the headmistress called him over those people. Anyways, neither here or there. But apparently Tammy took pictures and wrote a really good article about how he volunteered there quite a bit and everything. So now his numbers went up. And now, before the end of this chapter, this one chick was like, he's probably a really good, good boy or whatever, right? So he calls her grandma. Grandma's like, do whatever you need to get him expelled or get him not to get the votes, right? And the other girl tells her, that she was probably wrong and that we need to get him out. Questioning her. Yeah. I don't know if I'm explaining anything right. Just rush to the font. Speaking of fonts, I really should get them exported out to YouTube soon. Anyways. Yeah, that's where we are at. So, welcome to the next chapter. And let's continue onwards. Saturday after class, we all had lunch together in the dining hall. Masaya-kun, always eating alone, I thought if we all came here together, we wouldn't feel so bad about people watching us, right? I guess you still do though, huh? I feel like we're even more suspicious than before. Well, nothing to be done about it. A bunch of celebrities together is bound to draw attention. In addition to the Right Literally Society girls and Tammy-san, Ritsuko-chan and Konomi-chan had also joined us. A table full of beauties like this did make for quite the few. Now, if we had Marika-sama and Mitsuki-san here, it would be an all-star. Speaking of which, is she not coming today? Yes, I intended to invite her, but she was unapproachable. Unapproachable? I thought that we had restored our earlier friendship. I wonder what could have happened. Did something happen to Mitsuki-san? No, at least nothing that I am aware of. She seemed rather listless since the week began. I have been worried for her as well. Since the week began, that was when Masagun's approval took a jump, right? But that can't be the reason she's depressed. I don't even know which side of the issue Mitsuki-san is on. You mean about school reform? Yes. From the way she talks, it seems pretty clear that she's against reform, isn't she? Mitsuki-san has stated that clearly enough, but Rai-san didn't seem to fully believe it. Your opposition to school reform, does that really come from you, Mitsuki-san? What do you mean by that? That is Marika-sama's position, and so that has become your position. Is that not the case? That is not the case. I remember having that exchange. But she was originally supposed to be the leader of the Red World Society, wasn't she? True. As that may be, there was no reality to the question of reform until after that choice was made. After Masaki showed up, that's true. I don't know about her though. Getting voted society leader is an impressive feat. Why did she give up so easily? Wouldn't that go to show just how badly she wants to stop reform? But then she would have wanted to fight the battle herself. Mitsuki-san's version of the title was an impressive one. What was it again? L'Emerald di Luna. Yeah, that teardrop mole of hers was so sexy. Yes. Now she has become captain of the card. I feel so alone. Yeah, they would have been the sun and the moon. Rai-san and Mitsuki-san together. Well, anyway, the food here sure is good, huh? I think you ate a bit too much. You ordered both meals. Because they both look good, so good. I couldn't just redeem them. You're going to get fat. Everything in moderation. Fat Boy Club! Join the Fat Boy Club! You think I'll get fat? Damn straight! Let's get fat together! Woo! Well, you look okay right now. What are you talking about, Sarah-san? You saw his amazing body just the other day. Well, that's true. Perhaps he has a fast metabolism. I don't know. Arriving at Venice was the first time I've been blessed with food like this. It's nice to see a heavy appetite on a boy. But I won't forgive you if you ended up with a flappy old mint belly. I'm sorry, I'm not your type, I guess. I'll be careful. No, I won't. I have a feeling that wasn't going to be the last time I'd be showing it. Is it really is it really so delicious? Riko-san took a spoonful and cocked her head. Huh? You don't like the food here? No. It's not that at all. But I have so little basis for comparison. Comparison? I've never eaten anywhere else. Ah. After all, she had lived in the dorm since primary course. As a plurifelis de la finesse, she probably had very few chances to eat elsewhere. Speaking of which, I was just reminded of something. One moment. Make that screen smaller, go fast. God damn it. I don't want you. Where's my Steam? Where's my Steam? There you go. Sorry about that, everyone. I'm sorry you're over expecting your avatars to be showing up and it wasn't. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Or don't. Anyways, back to this. What do you say? Sorry for doing that to you guys' ears. Anyways, would you say that the food elsewhere is unpleasant? No, I wouldn't say that at all. Those were just my own particular criticisms. I see. I am truly disadvantaged. Riko-san let out a sigh. I know almost nothing about the outside world, or about men. She turned to look into my eyes. Having you here has taught me a certain amount, but you are surely not a representative of all men. What are you talking about? Nothing. Now that you mention it, I mean, she has a point. In order for you to get an idea of other men, you need to be around other men. That just not one man represents the entire male population. Likewise, not one female represents the entire female populations. Because everyone is a mixed bag. It's just the way. It's just the way. It's just the way how human nature is. Not one person is the same. I remember that first morning I had met Riko-san. What was it that she said to me? Due to certain personal circumstances, I would like to learn more about men. I had never learned what those personal circumstances were. But you go back home sometimes, right? Don't you walk around outside then? I cannot walk freely myself. Rev Rich. Huh? Why? When I leave my house, I must take a bodyguard with me. And I don't like to bother them. You really are amazing. She's the daughter of the Kanumbi group after all. There aren't so many people like her out there. Bryson has said that before as well. Even among the girls of Venice, Rika's son was rich. This is a voice acting girls, right? What's up, Pally? What's up? What's up? How you been? By the way, you should all go check out Chaos Pally. No idea, just chilling, exploring Twitch again. I've been exploring Twitch for a long time now. Started stream like a week ago. Yeah, I've been lurking here and there when I get a chance. Guys, do see that you've been going online. Epic. Hopefully your stream's been going well. but it's stifling, isn't it? Are you okay with that? You going alright? Cool. Wow, really? That's a really hard story to believe. After all, you sneak out of school as a matter of course, sister. Leave her a shout? No problem, man. By the way, how's the game development going for you? I do not sneak out. I am open and forthright about using my reputation to leave through the main gate. That's even worse. Don't know where to begin with that, but doing alright. Oh, here, yeah. Game dev is hard. Game dev is extremely hard. But as of late, I've been thinking, I would like to go outside to have an adventure. Well, summer vacation is coming up. That is true. This time, perhaps I should ask them to let me go without a bodyguard. Wow, you really are eager. Did something happen Did something happen because your change of heart? Did it? I cannot say for myself. Maybe I was good influence on you without you realizing it. This girl, I swear, she's bad influence. Or perhaps a bad influence. By the way, for those who are lurking in chat and actually paying attention, and well, pay attention to what I'm saying, Chaos Pally here is the one who helped design my original character. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't already, go check him out. Hey now, It was that adventurous. It was that adventurous spirit that made an arrow out of Columbus, right? With all due respect for Akasama, the influence was more likely Masa-san's. Well, you might be right. Akasa agreed easily to that. Then she turned to me. You've brought a new air into this place. She wants to see where all that came from. I see. That may be the case. Wait a minute, everyone. I want to hold a White Lily Society meeting after lunch. Do you mind? Huh? Sure. Why not? Very well. Got it. After lunch, we moved to Mirror Hall. I was lying about it being a meeting, but I wanted to propose something to Riko-san. Huh? Oh, eyes went wide. Shall we go on an adventure? Oh, I love it. It's more fun if you all go together. Akasa was on board already, but Riko-san seemed a bit hesitant. After that, she went silent. Chio spoke in her place. But would it be okay? If a teacher sees us, I'll make sure that we weren't... I'll make sure that we aren't seen. How? Have you forgotten? When you left the school the last time, I was the one who manipulated the gate. Oh, that's right. We can set it to unlock at a certain time, so we can also arrange our return. We'll just have to ensure we aren't late. That's right. Didn't you go out every night during a spring vacation to scout for boys? Yes, but I did it so often that I was eventually caught, and the guardian chased me down. That sounds like quite a story, but you've ended up pretty isolated thanks to that. Do you know that? Yes, I have felt it. I have not allowed it to bother me, but you really are Solideo. You're incredible. I always wonder why I get active scorn, even though we did the same thing. Well, the way you do everything is sus. But in your case, all that you do is go outside, right? Well, that's true. Riko-san, I do think it's a good influence this time around. A good influence? I don't think the transfer student is just here to be observed. He's brought an influence we never could have known before. Through that, Fernandez itself, rather, all of us change. And it points us in the direction of reform. That is what I strive for. When you first entered the school, I told you to expand your social circle, didn't I? Yeah? Wait, that was my son. That was, of course, because I wanted you to pass the vote. But it was also because I wanted you to have an influence on others. A bit like good bacteria, in a way. I see. Well, what do you think? Rurika-san, tomorrow is Sunday. Why don't we take a trip? I see. Rurika-san thought for a minute, then nodded. Very well. I knew it. Will you join us, Shio-san? Of course. Then it's all decided. Sorry. Got distracted like always. Ryson clapped her hands together lightly. Well, we'll be competitive if we go together. So I suggest we all go separately and gather at the bus stop. The time is 10 o'clock. But there is a guardian station down the side path, reaching out from it. Will it be alright? Oh, that? Do you know why it's so far back there? Huh? Yes. I never thought of that. Why is it there? One reason is that they have sensors in the security camera. The other more important one is scenery. Scenery? Oh, I heard about that. Because it would be unsightly to have a building right next to what? The Gecko line between the school and the gate. Means narrow road, and it's not particularly narrow. And was referred to the cousin. Oh, okay. So it's basically the district up. Oh, okay. Would it? Well, I guess it's an atmosphere sort of thing. The school is so picky sometimes. Anyway, I'll disarm the sensor, and I'll program the monitor to not show the path. And we'll be fine. Understood. I'm surprised I haven't facepalm at all so far. We're making some good progress then. The next day, we gathered at the bus stop at the determined time, and the bus arrived. I'm so excited. Rika-san placed a hand on her chest, which just amplifies how voluptuous it was. Really? You don't say! Without exaggeration, this is the first time I have ever been outside the school without a bodyguard's accomplishment. That's amazing. My heart is pounding. Where's the sun? What do you feel it? Sure, why not? Oh, can I? Hey, hey now. You know you can't. Ow, ow, ow. It had been a joke, of course. This is good. My heart is pounding too. Aika-san, don't you leave school all the time? You don't have to say it so. You don't have to say it so cold. You don't have to say it so. You don't have to say it so coldly. Reading's hard. But this bus is always empty. It feels like it's reserved just for us. Gio swung her legs back and forth. We sat down at the very last row, and were the only passengers on the bus. With all of us going out together, it feels a bit like a class hiking trip. Really? That's right. Is it okay to have Penter Bell here? Who? Huh? I mean, riding the bus. Is that wrong? I don't know about animals. I should check. I quickly asked the driver, then came right back. The driver doesn't mind as long as he behaves. I see. But of course Penterbill will behave. If you need to. You can always just claim he's a scarf. Penterbill certainly is warm. He is a great help during winter when we sleep together. Oh, you sleep together? Yes. It is a bit hot in the summer, but I hold him to my chest like a pillow. It is terribly reassuring. Wow. Her chest? Dude. Seriously, it's the animal. What are you getting jealous about? Okay, I'm getting jealous as well, but it's an animal. There's no need to get jealous over something like this. Man. Vanderbilt, you lucky dog. Like I said, I'm kind of jealous as well, but I gotta close the window, the blinds a little bit. Generate. Hi, Jan. Show your art. Give me your art tax. Since you're here. There you go, everyone. Picture a moment, man. There you go. We finally got the art tax. Let me bring it up for you all to see. Where is everything? your. Let's change this over to this. There you go. There's your. Look at this amazing art being done by Jan of Sako and Jan together. By the way, Sako, thanks for the follow. I am not amazing. I'm a scrub. I'm a nobody who's playing cringe visual novel. Hey, not again. Thanks for the follow. Visual novels are cool. Some visual novels are cool, but this one's kind of cringe. But it's because of the cringe is what I'm enjoying. Because you can actually see, because this is the type of visual novel where I need to have my webcam on so that you can actually see my reactions because it's cringe, because it's so cringe is good. Almost as good as the 1993 Mario movie. Oh god, movie! But once again, definitely go check out Jan if you haven't already. Also, go check out Sako. Sako's also an amazing person. And also, who was I going to? Nothing good. There you go. That reminds me, I've been trying. That reminds me, I've been meaning to change the permissions for that. Let me fix that real fast. While I'm thinking about it. There you go, Jan. I've updated my shout out so that VIPs and higher could use it now. I hope that isn't a mistake. Remind me, how do I have my streamer bot set up as? Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. Shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. That's right, it's got a nice try. Let's go. Wait, what? There you go. Go check out Sako's set. There you go. There you go, Sako. You should be able to do. You should be able to do it now. Damn, I ran out of VIP slots already. Jesus Christ! I need more VIP. I need more VIP slots. I am going to fix this. I'm going. You know what, Jen? Because of you doing that, I'm going to update my bot to make sure that that doesn't happen. Kappa. Jack! 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 Why? All I'm doing is playing a visual novel. Shion! Shion! Why? All I'm doing is playing a visual novel. I'm a nobody. Who got the... Which one did my bot shout out first? Okay, so my bot shouted out Shion already. The Jack got the shout out as well. We are watching me now. No! By the way, you all should go check out Shion and you should go check out Jack. They are much, much better streamers than I am. And also go check out Chen. And also go check out Sako. Jack. Jack. Where's your art tax? Did Shion did art as well? If so, where's your art tax? We are now a channel that demands art tax. We are now a channel where we demand art tax. Hi Ollie, how you doing? What do you mean? Simon and Jan, I just saw that tip. Man, stream elements be slow. What is that? I mean, we did that tip like, what, 2 hours ago? 4 hours ago? Like 2-3 hours ago? Hey, Ona, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to the chaos. Well, I'm just getting distracted here because of Bibble rating me for some reason. Sleepy. Hey, Starlo. Thanks for the follow. Marcus Ark. Thanks for the follow 3 minutes ago. Who else did I miss? Looks like this all who I missed so far. I need to go. I need to clean out my VIP list. Here. Come on, you. Simon? What? What? Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just a diamond. Not like you're gonna be married for life, Kappa. Oh, that is amazing, Shion. Here, let me put this over here. Let me open this up. Let me open that. We only rated you. Well, think of it this way. It'd be a lot easier if you're VIP than me having to remember to give you a permit for the Octax. So now let's go over here. Here's Shion's work. Jack, did you provide your Artax yet? Yes, you did. And here's Jack's Artax. Please, thank you. Where is it in my chat history so I could pin it? Jack and Shion does some amazing work. There you go. Pinned it as well. Here, let's do this. There you go. Now that could stay up there for a while. Hopefully your guys' stream's been good. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I forgot where I was at now. I just noticed your boss name. Yeah, my boss name is after my original catcher. By the way, the artist who helped design and made the character sheet is here in chat as well, or was here. Go check him out. He was the one who helped bring her to life. He's been making games as well, on and off. Don't mind me, I'm just doing a quick cleanup. With my VIPs. Alright. So it looks like it's almost time for an ad as well. Just want to snooze it for a bit. Alright. Where was I? I forgot where I was at now. Alright. But I'm glad we all got out. I'm glad we all got out safely. By the way, yeah, the raid did distracted me. Yeah, BRB. Alright, Sharon. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. But, I thought I had butted Darius. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to introduce. Anyways, as my boss said, you are currently watching SSA. You spell it out. You feel free to call me SC, trying to your Simon. Basically everyone calls me any of those three. It's usually either Simon or SC. I'm cool with either or. Just don't call me Scat, like what Kano does. I don't like to be associated with Boop. I stream basically whatever. I don't have a set schedule because of like for life and whatnot, and laziness and a bunch of other things. I'm basically an open book, just like the bot says. Feel free to ask away, and I'll be more than happy to answer most of the questions. Yeah. All right. Back to Reading Simulator. And hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy some of the voices I tried to make. As Ryzen promised, the Guardian hadn't showed up, and the key had closed on its own once we departed. It had all gone off without a hitch. But Rise, how do you control the sensor like that? Don't tell anyone. Ryzen smiled secretively. The truth is, I acquired the headmistress password. Wow. No way. Really? Actually, I just guessed it. I thought, it has to be this. And so it was. Wow. That's amazing. Necessity is the mother of innovation, as they say. And I really need it if I was going to keep up my scouting. I see. I've been thinking. You really think more about the future of Venice than anyone, Maurice. Even more than the board of directors. But Ryzen looked rather troubled by those words. That's right. You had a similar reaction before. It would take 30 minutes for the bus to reach the station. It picked up more passengers on the way. I'm pretty sure that each passenger who got on the bus glanced over at our group. Well, I mean, considering the fact that you're the only guy in the group, and I'm pretty sure those passengers are probably going to be males, they're going to be jealous. I know I probably would. Seeing four beautiful girls all lined up together would attract anyone's attention. And seeing just one guy amongst them probably made them wonder what was going on. Hey, Rika-san. What's wrong? Huh? Chio looked over at her in concern. You look a little stiff this whole time. I had sensed it too. Her back was rigid, her hands clenched in her lap, and she kept her eyes locked forward. No matter how you slice it, she definitely wasn't relaxed. I am studying them. Of course you would. Studying them? The people on the bus. The rest of us looked at each other in confusion. There was nothing particular noteworthy about the people on the bus. Why? Well, I shall explain later. Chio nodded. On an unrelated subject, I can drive a car. Huh? Huh? We were all shocked by that declaration. Wow, Ruka-san, you have a license? No, I do not. Then how can you drive? Well, on our estate. Driving around your private estate. Definitely high society talk. That kinda surprising. Riko, do you like cars? I do enjoy driving. But my father is the one that loves them. That is why he taught me. Wow. You must be looking forward to getting your license then. But my father often tells me to stop doing it. So I may not get my license. Why does he tell you to stop? It is because I appear to become a different person behind the wheel. Oh no. Is she one of those type of persons that has a lead foot? Please tell me that she's one of the type of persons that has a lead foot. Dude, that goes like, what's the one Aerobeat song that usually plays on SVD? Like, bah! We exchanged a silent glance, as if to say, that's hard to imagine. He chokes that I have to stop it. He chokes that I have stopped his heart so many times that he would need a cardiologist exam. I worry for him. We share a very small. There are more buildings here. Rika-san peered out the window. I believe we're almost there. It is almost time. My first time setting my foot on the ground. It is truly an epoch-defining event. Girl, all you're doing is going outside. There's nothing special about it. All you're doing is going out and touching grass for the first time. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But then, maybe it wasn't. If she had only ever traveled with a bodyguard before, a lifestyle like that was beyond my imagination. We arrived at the final station. Since we were at the back of the bus, we let the other passengers disembark first. Well, shall we join them? As we all paid our fee at the machine next to the driver, Rika-san froze up. Wait. Pay your fee after the trip? What? I don't think I've ever seen a bus service where you pay when you get to your destination. All the buses I've ever been on, you pay ahead of time. You put in your fee, which is the one-time fee for that trip. What? Have you ever heard of a bus service that does this? Because I'm curious. Because I really am curious. So let me know. You never have? You have never? Yeah, I've never either. I had a friend that went to Japan recently. I should ask him about that. I'll ask him about that later. Did you forget your wallet? Well, it's okay. I'll pay for you. She'll quickly cover the fare. Riko's son watched her dumbfoundedly. What's the matter? No. Well, Chio-san, thank you. No problem. I was the last one out. I had just taken out my change when I heard a small cry from the ramp. Look out! Riko's son had missed a step and was about to fall. I reached out quickly to save her. I'm sorry. I failed to pay attention. Not at all. Alright. I'll be right back. I need to quickly hit the restroom fast. And an app been trying to start for a while now, so I might as well let the ad runs as well. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. Maybe. It's been so long since I last left the school. It feels liberating. It really does. It was refreshing to see them all in Japanese style clothing. I rarely saw them outside of their uniforms, after all. So, what? How is that? How is one style different from another? You should just say casual clothes, not Japanese style clothes. Casual, because they're dressing casually. This game, yes, it had to do the feeling that we were leaving for this on a date, despite the odd number of people. Technically speaking, you are going on a date. Wait, what? I didn't even pay attention. Yeah, the star jumping game thing on stream avatars. That you need to set that up. I'll just grab a random person. Yes. The other three were totally at ease, but Riko-san couldn't stop looking around her. You really are nervous, aren't you? No, I am not. But you are here. I said, son. Thanks. Masaya-kun? Aka-san suddenly grabbed onto me, pressing her large breasts against my arms. You'll save me if a stranger tries to grab me again, won't you? Wink, wink. Yeah. Me too. As she spoke, Rai-san grabbed at my free hand. Me too. Ugh! You know, honestly, they might as well just go get a love hotel right now and just, like, do the deed because of how thirsty these women are. Chio pressed herself against my back and wrapped her arms around my neck. Chios are big too. How much has she grown in the year we were apart? It's a bit like a Christmas tree. In what way? I can feel the angry stares of the people around me. If you keep this up, I think I'm going to get in trouble. The Philistia Venice had been raised in an all-girls environment. It wouldn't occur to them that other men could get jealous. Boy, if I saw a guy surrounded by girls that's like just hanging off of them, I would just be like, bro, teach me your ways. Real. Let's go for a stroll. Sure. Riko-san, have you ever come to the shopping area with our bodyguards before? Yes, to buy clothing. Our house is in the foothills. That means you're close to the school, right? Yes. You're close to home. That's pretty rare. Rare? But this is a boarding school. People can be from anywhere. That's true. I guess we come from surprisingly close by, too. I was speaking to Chio. Our houses were in the area. Where's your house, right, son? I am from Tokyo. Tokyo, huh? So, getting home must be an effort for you. What makes you think that she goes home? You gave me a 12-foot smile. I guess it really was an effort. As we walked down the sidewalk, we got even more glances than we had on the bus. Even guys with girlfriends are leering our way. Why did I thought of that one meme of the jealous girlfriend of the boy looking back? Why did I thought of that meme when I read that? I hope they wouldn't get in trouble with said girlfriend. Once again, I have that jealous girlfriend of the boyfriend looking back at the girl meme in my head right now. What's this? Ping. No, that's this. Okay. Walking around there by yourself is hard. Cause someone poked at my arm. Hard? Does it really cause trouble? Well, the roots of trouble, I guess you could say. Macking. Like a raincoat? I felt like I had heard that one before. You've never heard of macking? What are we going to do with you? I'm not sure I understand the meaning of the term either. What is macking? Oh, well, Rice. Didn't you walk around the shopping area a few times after dark? Yes. Then you probably encounter it. You know, men calling out to you and such. Oh, you mean catcalling? Ah, now that you mention it, I was surprised that there were other people trying the same thing that I was. The same thing you were? Macking is another term for scouting, isn't it? No, girl, no. She's referring to catcalling. Two completely different things. Am I wrong? Yes. Totally wrong. They aren't looking for someone because of circumstances like you were. I'm surprised to hear that. Let Masa explain it. You're cute with the ladies after all. You have experience, right? No, I couldn't do that. Anyway, macking means... I explained it to them, and they both nodded. I see. That would bear consistence with my experience. It's a bit like an arranged marriage. in arranged marriage? I don't think so. So I guess they're after something similar? Do you get Maki on a lot, Aika-san? That fit. She might not have had a title at Venice, but she was beautiful, with an impressive physique. She looked like a caviar idol, after all. Anyone would want to hit on her. That's why I'm glad you're here with me today, Mr. Kun. You're like buck repellent. Ah. We all turned around, a sudden gasp. She was looking at Aika-san with an unusually serious expression. Hey, Panic, how you doing? Welcome in. That was fast. Hello. Yeah, you want to know why that's fast? Do you want to know why that's fast? I'll show you why it's fast. Let me search my screens here real fast. Sources, video. Not speaker bot. Where are you, stream bot? Because of this right there. Basically, what this is doing is that if it sees that you chat for the first time and you are on my list, guess what? You're going to get shouted out. That is why. That's pretty crazy. Automation at its finest. But yeah, I did that because I just like to have, it shouted out automatically without me having to remember to do it. Just like if anyone tries to raid me, they automatically get shouted out as well. Hey, how you been, Banek? Hopefully you've been good. By the way, if you haven't already, go check out Panic. He does some amazing artwork. And I mean, amazing artwork. Doing good. How about you? I'm doing good. They're playing some cringe visual novel. But sometimes the cringe is the best ones. And I just have to show my face. I just have to be on face cam because I just needed to see my expressions during some of this stuff that happens. Because it's so crazy. I tried streaming this game using a PNG before, but it doesn't have the same effect. Like, no effect at all. Because you can't see my face expressions. So because of that, whenever I'm doing visual novels now, I try to actually make an effort to have my webcam on so that you can actually get the full effect. Anyways, she was looking at Aika-san with an unusually serious expression. You called him buck repellent. Does that mean that mocking is not desirable? I mean, do you like getting catfish? I mean, if you like being catfish, then step away from me. Huh? Yeah, well, sometimes it's nice if the guy's hot. That was a joke, actually. It's just a pain brushing them off all the time. I'm not here for that. So it's not pleasant at all. Did it bother you as well, right, son? I just assumed that they were scouting me, so... I mean, they might be trying to scout you for a porno, but... I mean, what? But it's true that when we talk about it, about it this way, it's not much of a good thing. I see. Why were you asking about Mackin? In truth, there is something about which I wish to consult with you all. Consult? Will you be willing to speak with me about it over lunch? Naturally, everyone agreed. That's right. She said later on the bus, too. She said that she was studying the poor people on the bus. Could the two things be related? Riko's-san and Cass began. This time, she was looking at the shop. That man. What is he doing? What man? From Riko-san's manner, you would think someone was doing something strange. But I didn't see anything. You see him? That man there? She tugged at my clothes impatiently. The one putting money into the vending machine. What about him? He's putting money into the vending machine. Huh? Oh, that's right. Vending machines at Finnesburg at the touch of a button. That's right. They have vending machines in the dining hall, but the drinks were free. Just like the food. At first I was afraid that someone might raid all the drinks inside, but apparently the students at Finesse would never do something like that. Oh, well, Riko-san, is this your first time you're seeing a normal vending machine? Yes. That's incredible. Her statement that she knew nothing about the outside world had not been an exaggeration at all. Riko-san, most vending machines need money to make them work. Canned drinks cost 120 yen, for instance. I was unaware of that. Riko-san seemed very impressed. But what did you do when you went out and you got thirsty, Riko-san? Went to a restaurant. I see. Which people problem? Now that I thought of it, I couldn't imagine a rich girl drinking from a bottle on the sidewalk. It did not occur to me that you could put money inside a machine. That is why I was so confused by the bus. That makes sense. So you didn't really forget your wallet? No. They do take credit cards, don't they? I don't think you can use a credit card on a bus. What about the vending machine? You know, this game originally came out, what? Over a decade ago? Something like that? Back then, it was uncommon to see vending machine with credit cards on them. Nowadays, at least here in the United States, you see vending machines with credit cards on them everywhere. But over a decade ago, no. In Japan, I have no clue. I should probably ask my buddy who just went there recently. He probably knows. I see. Then I would have to ask my father to let me carry real money. Living after this, you almost never needed real money. Your food bill was covered by tradition, and anything you bought at the store was charged to a tab. The online shopping service that most of the students used ran on credit card. So you didn't need money for that either. That's true. It is good to have a bit around. So, as someone who is an avid tech user who prefers using tech over anything else, I find carrying cash very, very inconvenient. Because that money that I could have on a card that I could use for online purchases and whatnot. I very rarely go out, and even more so, very rarely use cash. I just, like I said, I find cash very inconvenient, especially coins. I hate carrying around coins. So about 2 cents. As she spoke, Bryson turned her eyes to the store. There were about 10 customers lined up inside. Naturally, a card is suitable for buying clothes and accessories, but an adventure requires things like this as well. Creeps? Well, we all know that she's what she likes. Yes, it would be a pain to pay for you every time, so I'll just give you the money in advance. Thank you, Chio-san. With that, we got to the end of the line. What a lovely smell. I never thought the day would come when I would be eating grapes with a girl. It was never something I could consider until just recently. Grapes didn't give much nutrient. We got close enough to the storefront to read the menu, and the girls began to study it. What should I get today? You come here a lot, Aka-san? Yeah. Their response was a bit distracted. There was space set outside to eat. But the tables were all full, so we ate in the corner. This was my first time eating while standing. It somehow makes me nervous. That's right. You were surprised that you wanted to eat my baguette out there that morning. They had all caught in a mountain of toppings as well, which would make eating quite a battle. I will eat now. When she tilted it, the scoop of ice cream at the top fell out. They quickly moved to catch it out of the air. Forgive me. Please, take this handkerchief. Nah, save it after we eat. But what are we going to do with you? It's hard. But what are we going to do with this? I managed to catch it, but she might not be happy to eat it now. Could you simply place it back inside? My hands are clean, but are you sure? I do not mind. Wow, girl. If Chen's here, she would. If Chen is here, she probably would know my train of thought right now. I don't know if she's actually here and paying attention though. Here then. I returned the ice cream to the crate. It wouldn't do to waste it after all. Hi Jan, how you doing? No you. No you. No you. No you. There you go. I returned to ice cream to the green. I thank you. I don't know how I could be so clumsy. And now you're gonna be eating ice cream that he personally touched. Kinky. Well, the toppings are really packed in there after all. Perhaps I was too greedy. But you really do have excellent reflexes, Masa-san. You caught that softball too. And you do juggling. Plus, you climb up and down a second floor drain pipe. Well, that was just doing what I had to do. This time, I would be more cautious. Sorry if I blew out anyone's hairs. Bra. How is it? Oh, that is so delicious! I never knew crepes could be so delicious. I wish that we could have them in school as well. It sounds like going on an adventure was worthwhile after all. Oh my god, let's go! I mean, I try to do my best at voice acting, so... We decided to have lunch at Papa Torn's Moonrock. I hope we'll get to eat today. The last time I came here with Chio, the goons caused such a mess that we didn't get our meal. We arrived at the table and placed our orders. Via's lurking in there. Via? By the way, go check out Via. Currently streaming. Full time T-Gen. We arrived at the table and placed orders. Regarding the subject upon which I wish to consult with y'all. Oh, right. All eyes turn to Reiko-san. But first, have any of you ever been in love before? Love? I have. Sure. Oh, really? Yeah. Actually, I'm in love right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We all know who she's in love with. With who? With the cutie at the table right now. See? She is not shy to just say it. Well, Better Bill is very cute, but she's not talking about Better Bill. Hey now. We unfortunately had to leave Better Bill outside during our meal. Excuse me, Aka-san, but what are you saying? Were you serious? Maybe, maybe not. Aka-san winked at me with a graceful laugh. Huh. She is not getting my dude. She wants to eat you up. Ow. Then, Chiyo-san, Rai-san, Maisa-san? We exchanged a glance. You go first. Ditto. They both looked at me. I don't know. I can't say that I have, I guess. Oh no. Rise and Chiyo is angry with my response. Because the dude went with a safe response. When I was a kid, there were some girls I liked. And I had a crush on Chiyo. She was my childhood friend. But I wasn't sure if liked and had a crush on were the same as love. Then, the two of you? Maybe? Maybe? They both shook their heads, then turned their eyes out the window, blushing. I see. I believe I am the same way. There is a reason why I have asked you all this question. On hearing the serious tone of her voice, we all straightened. The truth is, I have an arranged marriage. Arranged marriage, you say? Oh, that's what that is. What's email? Alright. First half of the chapter is done. Alright. Let me take a quick break. I'm going to go ahead and let some of the ads run during the break while I hit the restroom fast, turn on some more lights and whatnot, and I'll be right back, okay? Alright, hi, I'm back. Hey, Nico. Thanks for the follow. There, in case you missed it. Or has to be precise. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to run ads whenever I go on break for 3 minutes. That's done now. Oh, welcome back. Oh, good. Hey, how you been? Welcome in.
Welcome into Scuff Stream Kappa.
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite fan, and I also own the enhanced version. Hey, I also own the enhanced version. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I'm playing the Steam version because, you know, Twitch's TOS and all that. Yeah, how you been, Nico? Hopefully you've been good. Alright, so Chio is the one that sings. An arranged marriage? You mean... you mean like a fiancé? That's what it had to be. But it was so surprisingly... but it was so surprising that Chio had to confirm. You're good? That's good. That's good. Welcome in. Yes. That is what it is. And pretty much that is what 90+% of my Steam catalog is fiance. I would probably say a good 70%. No. About 67% is probably visual novels in my Steam library. Maybe a little bit lower. I stopped paying it. I stopped keeping track. I have so many games on Steam. Hey, now? Really? You getting married? Chio stood up at the table. Bryson and Aika-san looked concerned as well. She must be worried. They arranged marriage at her age. And she had hinted at that just now. She wasn't in love with him. That is what my parents have said. However, your parents? But how do you feel about this? I do not know. Speaking about arranged marriage. If I know how to spell.
I think Jananananan wants to have an arranged marriage with me, the TTS.
I don't know if Jan is still here paying attention. I own over 50 on Steam alone in between the ones. I have played well over 100 different VNs over the year. Yeah, I played quite a bit over the year as well. And I have tried, like, I have over 1,000 games on Steam, so about 67%, that's what? Way over 100? Please share? Share what? Share what, Pally?
Bruh, what?
Who is your best girl in this game? One day I'll catch up on all my fiends. Someday I'll get through like maybe 8 of my games, visual novels. Who is your best girl in this game? If I have to say a best girl, I would say her, because I just love her teasiness, and she's really straightforward in terms of how everything is, while hiding it like a secret, like as a secretive as well. So yeah, I would say that she's best girl in this game. You don't know? No, I believe I do not like it. I do not feel any particular affection towards him. However, as I mentioned before, I have never been in love. So I thought... Oh, the girl on the far left. I forgot what her name is already. Aiko? Aiko? My mind is all over the place that I don't keep track of names.
I had never been in love until Jan brought me to life in Simon's stream.
But yeah, there's my introduction, by the way, Nico. That basically goes over. In case you were wondering who Simon is, I'm Simon. You can call me SC or SSA. Bro, Simon, please. Please what?
Jan's just melts whenever the TTS runs.
The TTS is making me feel things. Nico, thanks for the sub. Enjoy the emotes. I hope you like the emotes. Good morning. Hey. Colex. How you doing? Welcome in. Good evening. Hopefully you're doing good. Don't mind me that's messing around with the TTS while making Jen feel like things, apparently. One of my favorite that was on scene. How about me? There's plenty of fish in novel and this.
Making Jan melt with TTS.
However, as I mentioned before, I have never been in love. So I thought, perhaps I simply do not know what it means to be in love. Do you feel attracted to him? To the man I am to marry? No, not at all. Then it simply isn't a question. You are definitely not in love with him. Exactly. After all, feelings aren't something you're taught. There's something you feel inside. Whoa! Whoa there! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, dog! Feel inside! Woo! Woo! It's getting steamy in there! Oh, wait, you're talking about your heart. Okay. Whew. I thought you were talking about something else. You bitch. Oh, there you go.
Jan gives me
Sausage.
this fussy feeling inside my electric brains.
When you feel that way about something, I think it'll well up inside you naturally. Naturally? Ayaka. That's what it is. Ayaka. Ay. Ay. I have so many ay emotes. Ay. That's true. Although sometimes you don't realize it's love until later. But if you still feel doubtful even now, then I'm positive that isn't love. I see. This has been my concern. My father says that I will come to care for him in time. However, I believe that I am suffering the opposite effect. The idea of melting him. Wait, did I just say melting? The idea of melting him? No. The idea of meeting him has become repugnant to me. My favorite isn't on screen right now, and technically I think my favorite can only be romance in the extended edition of the game. What does that even mean? Repugnant? Basically disgust. It's basically a sentiment to being disgusted by having to meet someone that you've never met before in this particular scenario. So that's basically what she's trying to say. Hopefully I explained it well. If not, feel free to tell me dumb. Because I 100% agree that I am dumb. I'm a big dum. That's why I play visual novels. I had thought that perhaps I was wrong to feel that way. But in our earlier conversations, you mentioned that macking was not desirable. Yep, just like what Nico said. Disgusting and appalling. Yep. English is harsh. I hear ya. By the way, if you guys haven't went through my, if you guys haven't looked through the what kind of rewards I have that you could redeem, if there's emotes that you want to have added, there is a emote redeem there, so feel free to use that. I are good at English. I am not good at English at all. Even though English is my primary language. I can't speak. I can't read. Everything is bad. English is my only primary and only language. Yet I can't speak it. And if you ask any American if they could speak English correctly, and they say yes, they're lying. No Americans could speak English properly. None of them. Not even English teachers. English is cringe. It can be. English can totally be cringe. I mean, just look at this visual novel. It's so cringe but so good in English. So it stands to reason that my feelings are not unnatural either. Of course they're not. Chio plays her hand on Riko-san's encouragingly. Have you already met up with the English be hard? I can't speak. Reading's hard. Have you already met up a bunch of times? Yes. We have met once a month since the year began. I thought my parents come to the school to pick me up. I see. I never even realized. This has been my first direct interaction with men. So in order to compare them, I wish to study other men. Ooh, girl. Woo! 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 Oh my god! That's hot! You want to study other men? Woo-wee! English is my first language, and I always wanted to learn a second one, but the ones they offer in my school were boring. No offense to the language, but just not really motivated to learn Spanish, even though it isn't my original. I really want to try and learn German and, well, obviously Japanese. I hear you on that one. When I was in high school, the only languages that you could take is Spanish, and I think French was one that you could choose. And none of the languages I care about. Even though back then where I lived, there was a good chunk that was Spanish speaking. So Spanish would have been a good thing to know, so that you can understand like what people are saying and whatnot. But high school, teenage me, trying to learn Spanish, nah. That was also during the time when I was slowly starting to get into anime, and so I thought about learning Japanese at one point. Didn't go anywhere for that apparently, because I said I don't know a lick of Japanese. Spanish was one, and we also had French class, but it was an online class. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most schools offers, at least here in the US, offers Spanish and French. I went to a small high school in a small town in North Carolina. Oh, my buddy's in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, you're not too far from my buddy then. I'm in Arizona right now. But I was born and raised in California. I was born in Southern California, raised in Northern California. And where I lived in California, in Northern California, it wasn't small, but it wasn't big either. You live in Ohio now? Oh, then, yeah, you're nowhere near where my buddy is right now then. So, Although that buddy that's in South Carolina does go to Ohio every so often. Because that's where that's where my buddy's wife parents are. My buddy's wife parents is in Ohio. Whew. Sadly, at my age, it really is an opportune time to try and learn a new language. I hear you on that one. I'm like, what, 38 now? Yeah, I think I'm 38 now. I'm like 38 now, and just trying to learn something new that is not in my like field of that is not in my field of like expertise and whatnot. It's really hard. Gonna be 33 on Monday. Ooh, happy early birthday. Happy.
Happy early birthday, Nico.
Ah, that explains that. Riko-san seemed a little slow at a glance, but she was actually very wise. So that's why she wanted a point of comparison. Even on the bus, she was studying men. It was her first time getting out to do it, after all. Ooh. My dude, the way you worded this. It was her first time getting out to do it. I like to move and move it. I like to move and move it. He likes to move it. I really felt home when I people how long have been into anime, and they tell they were not even porn then. Dude, tell me about it. Some of my buddies that I hang out with, well, not really hang out, online that is, they're like a decade younger than me. Watching anime, I was watching anime long before they were born. Like long before they were born. Your uncle got you into anime in 1995, 1996? In almost 20 years. Also quite young compared to you guys, probably. Law. Yeah, aren't you like 26? Or something like that? You're either in your mid 20s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, I was so close. Just turned 29. You'd love to think you're 26? Dude, bro. I wish I was 26 again. Right? I wish I was 26 again. But no, I got into anime around the same frame as you, Nico. And a buddy was the one that got me into that. Because what he did was he loaned me his copy of Tenchi Miyu, Tenchi Miyu 2, the movie 2, Daughter of Darkness. And that basically started me on my anime journey. So I saw that and I actually liked it. He let me borrow another series. I don't remember which one it was. The only thing I remember was Tenchi Miyu 2, the movie 2, The Daughter of Darkness, was the one that basically kickstarted it all. The first time I actually watched an anime series, the first one that I saw that was an anime series was Key the Middle Idol, which was a really good, weird movie. Well, not movie, but really weird series. But yeah, I saw that one. Serial Experimental Lane, I also got into. And then my very first series that I watched in subtitles was Love Hina, and that was sent to me by a friend over AIM. I mean, technically, I was into anime in late 90s. I just didn't know it was anime. Sailor Moon and Pokemon on TV. Oh, there you go. To me, I never got into Pokemon. And Sailor Moon, I'll admit, I was a horny teenager back then. Maybe so 5 minutes of the episode. So I need it. Never, mind you, I never did that. Just watched 5 minutes and then I was good. Still did not know it was anime. I just thought it was a cartoon. Same with Pokemon. I thought it was a regular cartoon. But every so often, I'll turn on to Sailor Moon just to see what was happening for like 5 minutes, and then I'll change it. And then I'll change the channel. That was the horniness in me, okay? Just curious of what was happening. Yeah. As a kid, I was so addicted to season 1 of Pokemon. I recorded it all on VHS. Dude. Recording shows on VHS. I remember those days. I also remember when Tech TV was a thing. Tech TV was his own channel. I remember when G4 was his own channel. I remember when G4 and Tech TV combined as into one channel. I remember watching the screensavers on Tech TV all the time. In fact, I remember there was a forum for the screensavers, and one of the categories was putting in quotes that you can put in. And one of the quotes I put in was if you're having a bad day, just press the restart button. Because I wrote that quote, that's randomly thought it up. I wrote that in, thinking nothing of it. But I thought of it because if you think about it, if you're having a bad day, if you just go and lay down and sleep, you're basically hitting the restart button, and you're starting a new day fresh. So you're basically going into the next day with a fresh mind. And the screensaver actually showed my quote on there, and they actually said my screen name correctly. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, wow, they actually said my screen name correctly and everything. Like, two of my biggest accomplishments was, as an anime fan, is meeting both Kokoro Mitsuzu, the Japanese voice actors of Sailor Moon, and Misoso from Evangelion. And I have met Aya Hirono, Japanese voice actors of Haruya Shiozuma, Kota from Lucky Star, Lisa from Death Note, Lucy from Fairy Tail, etc. Nice! I had a chance to meet Nami Takanami, a singer. But I had to step out of the line to go and buy her album because I didn't have something for her to sign on. And she would only sign on her own type of thing. So I went out, bought the CD. And by the time I got back, she was only going to take like so many more people before she got to quit. And I was sad because she came in late. It was like, whatever. But I did meet up with what's his name? Pyro? I think his name was Pyro, the creator of Mecha Tokyo. I did meet him. I got my picture taken with him and everything. I don't know where that photo is anymore though. This is sad. I've also had my picture taken with this one Japanese anime director. I think it was. Fuck, I forgot what his name is. But that was cool. I shook his hand and everything. Met and seen Kuro, singer that does anime openings and such live. Nice. Yeah, Nami Takanami did a live concert the next day. Because this was at Fanime in San Jose. I think this was Fanime 2003, I would like to say. It was either 2002 or 2003. I would like to think it was. And then when I was, and then one year I actually staffed for Autocon. In Baltimore, Maryland. And, that was cool. Staffing over there. Because I was able to get, like, backstage access to everything. That's by showing my badge. So I was able to go in through the exit line, through the exit doors, and get right in to places. That was cool. Yeah. Fun times. Anyways, when I first met you, my son, that was my intention as well. So, how does he measure up? Let me see. I believe that Masa-san is far more wonderful. Well, thanks. Hearing that right in my face certainly made me blush. I wish that Masa-san could be my fiancé. Whoa, girl! Woo! Whoa, girl! Huh? Hey, now! Is that where you're going to... Hey, Conrad. Welcome in. Welcome to my stream. Here's my little intro. Basically, the TLTR is that feel free to call me SC. Feel free to call me Simon. Whatever tickles your fancy. Do you want me BRB, Nico? Okay, no problem. But yeah, feel free to call me either Simon, SC, SSA, 2020, doesn't matter. I stream at random times. I primarily stream games. Don't have a set schedule because laziness. I mean, prior commitments. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. Let's don't ask for more so. Anyways. Hey now. Is that where your corner is, Riko-san? Chio stood up in shock. Huh? Going with this? Riko-san looked at her in confusion. Well, you know. If you are asking me if I wish to marry him, then I do not know the answer. However, I am far more comfortable speaking with him face to face, just as I am with you, Chio-san. Chio realized that the eyes of everyone in the restaurant were on her, and slowly sat back down. Just then, the waiter came by with our orders. Anyway, shall we eat? We were drinking our small post-meal coffee. Cappuccino, apparently. Wow, dude, you didn't know what a cappuccino is? Dude, this MC is a freaking moron. When Ryson spoke up. Now then, regarding our earlier conversation. Yes? It seems to me that you already have your conclusion. Have you spoken with your parents about this arranged marriage yet? Yes, with my father. He says that he was searched long and hard for a suitable man for me to marry. Long and hard. Tritch, please don't ban me. I'm just joking. And that if I wish to be engaged upon the time of my graduation for fitness, then we must settle the matter of my fiancés now. From the way you spoke, you weren't that concerned about the arrangement from the start, right? Yes, that is true. I thought that this was simply what it was like. This is what an arranged marriage is. That this is what love is. It seems the height of ignorance when I look back about it now. But that was what I truly thought. And you thought, and that's why it suddenly seemed so painful. Ryzen completed Rika-san's thought. I think I understand how you feel. Ryzen looked silently into Rika-san's face. Then, something in Ryzen's eyes turned to anger. This is all your fault. Who? You really don't know, you dull hurt. Ayaka, why do you have to get so close? She tugged hard on my ears. In other words, it's because she met the sample. Bryson's face, it relaxed into a smile. That's why the preceding engagements began to feel painful to her. Yes, I am certain that you are right. Riko-san turned her eyes to me. I recall that during our first meeting after President transferred, I suddenly felt listless. This entire time I was there, I felt like I wanted to leave. Earlier, she had said that she wished I had been chosen for her. And it seemed like she was actually serious about that. I was starting to feel a little bit awkward about all of this. Our special transfer student is having some unexpected effects. He really is. I mean, no offense to your parents by saying this, so I hope that you would take none. But if they want you to get married right at graduation, it sounds like they don't want you to learn what love is. Ah, that is true. I have always wondered why they wish to hurry the matter so much. You know that the first woman, Eve, was expelled from Eden when she ate from the tree of knowledge. But a thing that was only supposed to be a sin in the context of the Old Testament. What do you mean? I went out to find a sample because I think it's important to know things. Because the more you know, the easier it is to see where you're going. Don't you think that's a wonderful thing? You are correct. Just as I would expect from Sila Diego, you truly are the sun. You flatter me. Anyway, I believe it isn't fun to live your whole life on rails, and marriage is an important part of your life. Yes. I wish that I could tell that to Ritsu too. Huh? Nothing. Well, Rico. It just sounds like you'll have to turn him down, right? Yes. Rico-san nodded firmly. Way to go, girl. You can finally go turn someone down. My father's opinion on the matter had left me uncertain. But I am now determined. I will refuse him firmly. I'm so glad. Hey, Bryce. It's about time for us to head back, isn't it? Let me see. Is it? The gate is set to open at a specific time, right? We don't want to miss that. But as long as we're here, why don't we teach you more about the outside world? I approve. Me too. Me 3. How about you, Rico? We'll end up getting caught by the teachers, but I'm also in favor of the idea. Sounds great. Personally, I love the arcade. Why don't we go play a few rounds there? Huh! I was about to lead them to my usual arcade when... Is there really an arcade that looks like this? This is... Come on now. Don't roll back. Come in. Let's all try the shovel game. Do you mean Crane? I should ignore my question and prodded everyone in his sword. Of course it's gonna be the lingerie store. Of course it's gonna be the lingerie store. So how is the MC going to react? Because I know if it's me. Because if I know it's me, I'm just gonna be like, okay, it's lingerie. Who cares about lingerie? Unless we're gonna be doing night battle. Night battle! Fuck yeah! There's a lingerie shop! I thought you could make this an adventure, not just for us, but for Mrs. Gun too. Heck yeah! Night battle! Heck yeah! I don't know about this adventure. Come on now. How about this? How about this one? I really think the clerks want me to leave. So, fun fact about lingerie stores, at least the ones that I actually been in, because my sister actually worked at Victoria's Secret and a few other lingerie stores before when she was a lot younger. They don't really care. They honestly do not care. They've seen guys coming in there looking so embarrassed that it's actually funny for them. But because of the fact that my sister used to work at a lingerie store, there's been plenty of times where I had to go in there to talk to my sister about things. You know, to just like grab something from her or give her lunch or something like that. So they really don't care. I've heard stories from my sister of females coming in with their boyfriend, and the boyfriend is like so embarrassed, trying to like looking down, trying to not see. They think it's some kind of it's like they think that it's like they think that they're going to go to hell or something like that for being there. But for fuck's sakes, it's just fabric. That's all it is. This fabric made, designed for underwear, for females to wear, or for guys to wear if you're into that stuff. But yeah, it's basically nothing. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. If I had a girlfriend and I knew her size, and I know her size, and I know like what kind of lingerie that she likes to wear, I have no problem going into a lingerie store and be like, hey, I have a girlfriend whose birthday, Christmas, whatever, that her birthday is coming up, or it's our anniversary that's coming up, or hey, or it's like it's Christmas, like, hey, I want to do something nice for my girlfriend. This is her size. What can you show me? What can you show me that would that's his size? And like I won't be embarrassed about it. I'll just be like, this is the size of my girlfriend. Show me what would fit in her size. So, because I don't know anything about lingerie, in terms of how the sizing, the way the sizing is. So show me like the size here's a piece of paper of her sizes. Show me, show me. Pick out something that I think she would like. Have it boxed up. Be on my merry way. What's so embarrassed about it? And like I said, most of the time, from my experience, they don't care. They really do not care. Because the way they look at it, they look at you as walking money bags. That's all it is. Are you gonna pay? Like, are you gonna buy something? If you're not gonna buy something, then get the fuck out. But otherwise, you're being kind. You're being kind. That's all it is. Anyways, welcome to my TED Talk. Continue onwards. Cha-na-na-na-na has won 5 something from the Grand Chess game. Oh, Aka-sama, he's unique. But I think he's pretty happy about it. I would love for my son to pick one up for me. Now, I would be more than happy to pick out something for you. I'd be more than happy to pick out something for all of you. If that was me. But knowing this MC, he's probably going to try to run out of her. He's not picking anything. We went to the arcade, karaoke, and a movie. By the time we got back to school, it was already dark out. Naturally, we got chewed out by the headmistress, but we all felt so content that we didn't even mind. It was 2 days. It was 2 days later. She met with her fiance the next night before. I'm sorry. She met with her fiance the night before and reported to us about it the next day at lunch. I turned him down firmly. I see. That's wonderful. Yo breathed a sigh of relief. But how did it feel? Surely it couldn't have been easy for you. Yes. I told him very plainly during our meeting. But it was very hard. I received a thorough scolding. In my entire life, I have never been on the receiving end of such anger. But I was quite surprised that I was capable of it, given the setting. The setting? It was at a restaurant. There were other patrons there too. Ah, you mean that's the first time you've done something like that in front of people? Yes. My father stood up and his face turned crimson with rage. The other customers were shocked, and my mother tried desperately to calm him, but his anger would not be quelled. To be honest, I was quite frightened by it. If this had been several months ago, such anger might have caused me to take back my words. I don't know. I am certain that I would have. Even as angry as he was, my father seemed shocked by my stubborn refusal to concede. I listened for some time in silence, and then eventually I stood up defiantly and raised my voice to him. Wow, I can't even imagine it. Neither can I. Even I get angry sometimes. But this may not have been the first time I have truly felt enraged. It seemed to me that I could not let it stand. If I did, I promptly accepted the marriage. I would return to the person that I was before. But I really was frightened, standing my ground to the end, requiring more courage than I could have imagined. But all the while that I was listening to my father's rebuke, I was thinking about our adventure. Rick and Son smiled brightly and looked at each other in turn. Eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil had made me more discerning. I believe that true evil is driving yourself into unhappiness. I told my father that I believed it was trying to make me unhappy. And in that moment, my fiercely reluctant father began to stutter. And then he fell silent. He was probably shocked into silence by the fact that his own daughter would say that to his face. The men in his family left the restaurant quietly, and we spent the entire car alone in silence. At the house, we parted ways with my father and my mother. My mother saw me back to Venice. During the trip, my mother assured me that my father did not wish for my unhappiness. On the contrary, it was the opposite. Of course, I knew that as well. I told her that I just wanted to find happiness for myself, and my mother smiled. Of course your mother would smile, because she's proud of you, girl. She's proud of you for standing up for yourself. Give the girl a round of applause. I see. That is nice to hear. Yes. What was that guy like? I am told he was the only son of the founder of a large corporation. Oh. How distinguished. Good face? He was very handsome. Wow. Doesn't sound bad to me. Even so, my feelings are what they are. Well, that's true. My son was broke when he first got scouted, so money isn't everything. Also, this is just between us, but... Yeah? There was also something rather frightening about it. Frightening? About him? His face? No. It was not his outward appearance. Rika-san pursed her lips, searching for the right words. He seemed like the kind of man who would get very angry when things do not go his way. For instance, at the restaurant, he ordered the seasonal rainbow trout, but they had ran out of stock, and so he was refused. In that moment, I got a glimpse of his expression, and he seemed so very angry, although his actual response was polite. If it had only happened once, it might just be our imagination, or just overthinking it. But it sounded like this happened every time they met. If I had married him, I believe that I would have lived my life in fear. That is the only thing that I cannot stand the thought of. I see. Kindness really is the most important thing of a man. In that respect, I would be in good hands with my son. Girl, you know what you just said? You know what you just said? You basically just confess your love / propose to him / all the other good stuff. Huh? I hope that someday you will teach me what it means to be in love as a son. Oh no, Chio and Rise, who's looking at me with a disgusting face. Oh, I just realized that Aka is also giving me that face. The girl's eyes poured holes in me. After class, there was a general announcement asking Rai-san, Chio, Aka-san, and myself to report to the headmistress' office. I wonder what it could be. We met up in the hallway. Riko-san hadn't been called, but she met us there, a concerned expression on her face. This FaceTime has gotten to be due to our little adventure, right? But we already received our lecture about that. Well, we'll find out when we get there. Aka-san spoke briskly, clearly used to this kind of thing. Rai-san and Chio didn't look very concerned about either, but Riko-san's expression was tense. I believe I would join you. I have a very bad feeling about this. You're making too much of it. I'm sure it's nothing serious. I do hope not. You say it might not be something serious, but it's probably your ex. It's probably your ex. As if seeing 4 people caught at the same time was unprotected. The students stared at us as we walked down the hallway. Gray? Gray's here. Gray is here. You can't get away from me. Go check her out. Another amazing artist. I didn't call you, Ruko. But this records our escape from the school, does it not? Didn't you hear me? I didn't call you. Please leave. Rika-san left the room reluctantly. It wasn't just the headmistress, but the chairwoman and several other adults. Teachers, possibly? And there was a heavy air about the room. Now, then. The door was closed, and the headmistress turned towards us again. There was not a trace of warmth in her expression. The incident does relate to your execution last Sunday. No, I am certain of that. That was a strange turn of face. This morning, Ruriko's father visited the school. She ignored her surprise and continued speaking. He appeared quite angry, and when I asked him about the circumstances, Ruriko's father chose a fiancé for her, and yet she turned the man down. I can understand why her father was mad, but why did he have to bring it to the school? At first, he reluctantly accepted the situation. Then he realized that there was something strange about it. I don't know why I'm giving her like a man fuzz, but that is because prior to this episode, Rika-san had never behaved that way towards him. On the contrary, she seemed to approve of the situation. Why, then, did she suddenly change her mind? Why are you asking me for? Why are you asking Ayaka for? Why are you asking Rai-san for? Why are you asking Chiyo for? Why can't you just ask Rico? I swear, this headmistress, oh my God, she is so headstrong. Jesus Christ. He was certain that something must have happened at school, and so he came to see us. As he explained the situation to me, that was when it occurred to me. Dude, if you want to know this is something that your own daughter felt for, what was it, beginning of the year, I think she said it was? This is what your daughter been feeling for a year. And she was just bottling it in because she didn't know like what was actually common. Because you sheltered her for her entire life. Jesus Fuck! Has he explained the situation to me? That was when it occurred to me. What occurred to you? That you're a fucking cunt? I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that word. But she kinda is. Rika's sudden change occurred immediately after she broke the rules to leave the school grounds. In other words, you put some ideals into her head while you were gone, didn't you? No! No, I did not! No, we did not! That's right. We went out on our own little vacation. We left the school grounds, and we corrupted her mind by putting a bunch of dicks in her face. No, girl. No, woman. That's not how it happened. She expressed her concerns. She wanted to see what it was like. You know, whatever. She expressed her concerns. She spoke about it openly. We asked basic, simple questions with no answers to them. But she answered it herself, and she came to the conclusion that she was not in love with him. It's that simple. Like, I've never know anyone who's been in the actual arranged marriage. I have heard a bunch of stories about it. Sometimes they work out where they do finally get feelings for each other after a while of being married. Some the guy is extremely happy to have a wife, but the woman is miserable, or just doesn't work out. Come on. I'm getting frustrated over a game. Wait a moment, please. What is it? Answer the question. You use the phrase, put ideas into your head, to mean bad ideas. Isn't that right, Madam Headmistress? Answer the question. In that case, the answer is none, Madam Headmistress. Because the knowledge that Rika-san gained out there wasn't bad at all. Spare me your sophos. I knew it. So that is what happened. Madam Headmistress, is it right to marry someone you don't love? What gave you the right to interfere in another family's affair? We didn't interfere though! She asked us if we ever been in love. We said no. Well, MC said no. I gotta say yes. And it's easy matter because she's in love with MC. Chiozen and Ryzen is in fact in love, but they shook their heads to say no and looked away at Paris. And she just put two and two together, and she realized deep inside that she does not love the man. There's someone else that she loves, even though she doesn't know it because she's blind to. Because she's still blind to it, she's still trying to get hold of it. But that conclusion she came to that conclusion herself. Ah. I seriously do not understand her definition of interfering. I really do not understand her definition of interfering. Because to me, interfering would be like taking her to the side and be like, yo, dog, you don't love this man. Trust me, you do not trust me, you really do not trust you really do not love this man. You do not love this man at all. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me, bro. You do not love this man at all. You should break up with him. But that is interfering. There was no interference involved. Jesus Christ. As before, the headmistress began to pace back and forth in front of us. You have really done this sign. Her father is. You don't have any right. Huh? The headmistress hadn't expected an argument. It stopped in the tracks. Her regular son is our friend. Isn't it natural to be worried about your friends? Friends? Who have a final course chores? You should learn your place. I hate this woman with a passion. Rage pouring inside. Shio's face went pale with anger. It couldn't stay silent after that. Learn your place. That's crossing the line. Be quiet. No, I won't be quiet because Rika-san doesn't care about things like that. I wonder if you would still say that if you knew that what her father said to me. What? Listen to me. Riko's father is going to take her out of school. We all stared at each other in shock. It goes without saying, doesn't it? Finesse is a school for ladies. For to turn a girl against her father. Turn against? But that marriage was. I told you to be quiet! I instinctively shut my mouth under the weight of her threatening glare. And that is not all. Okuramamatsu, you are suspended? Expelled? The headmistress narrowed her eyes and fixed me with a piercing gaze. I am what? Rather than continuing, the headmistress began pacing again. Do you hear me? I do not wish to speak of this to students, but now you leave me no choice. Mr. Karuzu is our biggest supporter. It would not be an exaggeration to say that he is all that is keeping the school afloat monetarily. Now it all comes out why she is such a bitch. No wonder she bends over and takes it up the ass from him. So referring to the deep financial problem that drilled beneath Finesse refined exterior. I had known about them from the start. I see. The donations that an old private school like this receives must be considerable. And the Konami family owns a corporation, so their portion must be significant. We must continue to have Mr. Konami's support in the future. And so, if money is the issue, could you resolve the issue through gender integration? Yes. Yes. Gender integration will help with your money problems because that means more students. Royson's obvious succession caused the headmistress to let out a snort. I thought it was strange that the usual opinion Rika would break the rules and leave the school. It appears to me that she had been influenced by your bad example. It is not a bad example. It is a good example. Are you still insisting on that? How is it bad to learn new things? How is it righteous to turn against one's father? Ah! You know what? Be right back. I need to walk away for a moment. I'll be right back. I need yeah, I'll just be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, welcome back, Nico. You have came back just after me raging a lot because this headmistress makes me wanna. How is it righteous to turn against one's father? Riko's son wasn't just seamlessly rebelling. Here's his warrant. So, Rice, I am about to bring up a private matter. Let me tell you what kind of person Riko's finest is. He is a wonderful man. Yes, I believe he is an unimpeachable match. Unimpeachable match for Riko. And yet she stubbornly refused him. What reason could she possibly have for that? Go fucking talk to her if you want to know why she refused him. Oh my fucking god! That's right. Every time I talk to the headmistress, I want to punch her in the face. In fact, I want to punch Riko's father in the face for thinking of like what happened on Sunday was the reason why she refused her fiance. The main reason why she refused was because she sat down with her friends, asked them if they ever been in love, then stated her reasons why she thought that and why she wanted to, get experience, by hanging out with other men for, and whatnot. And then she came to the conclusion on her own that she does not love the man. She came to her own conclusion. And yet, Riko's father and the headmistress both thinks that we are interfering when that's not even the case. Do they even know what interfering means? Do they even know what interfering means? I don't think they know what interfering means. Because interfering would be like, yo, girl, guess what? Your fiance, he's no good for you. Trust me. He is no good. You should dump him. You should dump him hard. That's interfering. It is my first time playthrough. Technically, yes. I did originally play up to chapter 5 before, but I've never gotten into this chapter. I've never gotten this far into it. I basically restarted the game a few months ago, and I'm on a mission of playing a chapter every Wednesday. So yeah, where I'm at right now is my first time playing through. Okay, so I need to be careful not to spoil anything. Right? She didn't love him. Does she need anything? Does she need another reason? Love is something that blooms in time. That's what they told Riko-san too, but she just couldn't accept it. What are you saying? For once, she actually responded to me. I took that as a significant, and responded honestly. I'm saying that she didn't feel like she could fall in love with him in time. And why is that? I wonder. Why? Because she wasn't attracted to him, I guess. But he was unimpeachable. Why, then, could she not see him? Oh my God! But he's so impeachable! What is it that she couldn't see appealing in him? Maybe because he has a dark personality that's deep inside of him that makes her kind of fearful of him? Because earlier during lunch, she said that because during lunch she did mention that the way that he acts, like you can see on his face that he was angry about a dish not, for example, a dish not being available. He was angry, but he was so polite to the waiter about it. Feels that way. Why does she? Exactly! If she feels that way, how come she doesn't marry him instead? Oh my God! I usually don't use this term quite a bit, but she's a fucking cunt. Pardon my language. Wait, no. That would be bad for I can see what your reasons are. I see you. I see you. Oh, God. Why? Because people's feelings don't work like clockwork. Don't have that, I guess. That's the facts. People's feelings don't work like clockwork. Everyone is different. Like, for example, there's men that is into weird shit. Just like there's women that is into weird shit as well. Don't know what their kink is? That's fine. Don't like their kink? That's fine. Walk away. That's all that matters. I'm a 6'5" linebacker for the NFL. All the chicks take me, but for whatever reason, that one chick doesn't like me for whatever reason. I am buff. I worked out. Why doesn't she like me? Maybe because she doesn't find you attractive? Each woman is different. I don't want to say what reasons, cause I don't know if saying them would be because it's spoiler or not. Are you talking about for this hit mistress here reasons, or are you talking about for Rico's son? Because you're referring to Rico's son, she already stated what her reasons was during lunch. There was other reasons other than just love. She was actually fearful in terms of like what could happen. She doesn't want to live under fear. But if you're talking about her, I have no idea where her reasons are. That is the common wisdom, I suppose. However, this situation is different. How is this different? There is no difference. Huh? Are you still playing dumb with me? I fell into silence, genuinely unsure of what she was talking about. Dude, if I was in your shoes right now, I would be like, why are you coming to ask about this? If you want to know the truth, Riko-san is probably right outside the door. Go talk to her. Oh my god. For the headmistress marrying the fiancé, this is married that would be bad for reasons, but I don't know if saying them would spoil something. Oh. I think I know what you're I think I know what you're referring to, though. Listen to me. At the sight of her meeting with her fiance, Riko-san, there is another boy I like right now. Could it be possible that she was just saying that to try to break it gently? That's possible. There's many boys out there. Even then, who fucking cares? I don't know if it's been outright stated. That's why I don't want to get into spoiler territory potentially. I mean, you can go ahead and state it. I'm fine with with like something minor like that. What? It is unthinkable that any of the ladies of my school, much less an honor student like Riko, could ever have a boyfriend. But they're not dating. Thus, the person that Riko was alluding to was you, Akumarosa. If I'm wrong, please tell me. You aren't wrong. I say it plainly. How dare you say it? How dare you say it so bluntly? Girl! A couple. You're talking about Ayaka and Wicho. I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the sisters, her daughters. That's who you were referring to. That's what I kind of thought you were referring to, but I just wasn't 100% sure. I thought you were like referring to something else. Yeah, no. No. That'd be bad for them. Yeah, they stated that in chapter 3 or 4. Basically, whenever Ayaka first showed up was when it was first mentioned. It's been a bit since the last place, so I can remember. Understandable. Understandable. Is there a reason I shouldn't? Yes, there was no reason to be timid. Riko-san has said it herself. I wish that Maya-san could be my fiancé. Did you hear that, members of the board? Ignoring my question, the headmistress turned back to the thoughts lined up behind her. So he has suggested Riko after all. That's not what he said! He did not say that. He did not say that at all. Get your ears clean. She's gonna be the death of me yet. Seduced? Yeah, not. If he had not, then she would not have coupled with the liberal rice and delinquent Aika, and the final course towards Tio to break school rules. I can promise you this is not be the matters you get. Yeah, sure. But we say no more. If I have to guess, she would probably do anything in her power to just make sure that Matsuro doesn't stay at all. If I have to guess, and I'm a betting man, if I was a betting man, I would say that she would probably put a hit on him. But all honestly, I could see her as hiring a hitman to take him out. I'll give him as it's the cause of it. Can any of you object to that statement? Yes, I can. Because you're being a fucking bitch. God. Like, why are you calling... Like, why are you calling Chio a final course? That's rude. That's really rude of you. You calling Rise a liberal? I mean, okay. Whatever. That's tame. That's tame compared to everything else. You calling your own daughter a delinquent? Well, okay. I have to admit that she is kind of a delinquent. But I do not take kindly to you using the final course tourist term with Chio, my childhood friend, who got in fair and square, all because of your own stupid... Good it goes to girls' school. Oh. That is the biggest. You're the headmistress. You're supposed to be setting. You're supposed to be setting an example, and you're not setting an example. Oh my god! What chapter am I in? I am in chapter 9. Chapter 9. I think I'm getting close to the end of chapter 9. Thanks for the hydrate, by the way. And oh my god. Alright, you should all go check out Cray Hearts. I've already shouted her out once, but definitely go check her out. Amazing artist. You never get a check to that statement. It was no one from the board, but a voice beside me that spoke up. I have an objection. A serious objection. Be quiet, Rice. No, I will not be quiet, because there is an error in your understanding. President hasn't introduced anyone. See, even she realized that I can close my eyes to such naive sentiment when they remain inside the school. But now, parents are getting involved. There is nothing I can do about Rico's feelings in the end. But Rice, we play devil's advocate is a grave sin. Oh my god! Stay out of this already, you That is only in the Old Testament. I do not believe that is a bad thing. Neither do I. Me neither. Me neither. I'm appalled. Then let me ask you this. What do you think about your classmate being forced to drop out? Well, if we explain things to him, I'm sure he'll understand. You really leave me aghast. You are the root of evil. What can you possibly explain? I keep telling you, this isn't evil! The headmistress waved a hand, ignoring my desperate protest. Fortunately, your father has offered us a condition. If we can meet that condition, he will withdraw his request to remove her daughter from school. That condition is that we restore fitness to the previous state of... Of course her father... Triggerly? Okamura, you must leave school. What? At those words, the three girls froze. Oh, I just realized I had that on autoplay. At those words, the three other girls and I froze. Our fighting spirit is leaving us. If you leave school, then your father will consider the condition met. She spoke the words very simply. I was finding it hard to breathe. I tried to think of a response, but nothing was coming. My mind was blank. Wait a minute! What about the vote? What about the scholarship? Those things mean nothing now. Oh, I heard a commotion outside. The headmistress strode quickly towards the door. I also noticed the commotion. It sounded like there were people assembled there. What do we do? Still whispered to me, but I had no answer for her. Grandmother! Bryson implored her, but the chairwoman only looked at her sadly and said nothing. It's no use. This was the decision of the board of directors. Not even the chairwoman can oppose it alone. The headmistress opened the door. Whoops! A crowd of people poured in, with Tammy-san at the lead. That was close! I almost broke my camera! Popcat! What are you people doing here? We were listening in. With this. Alright, Sako. Tammy-san held up a class. Nothing. Madam Mistress. Just what is going on here? Go check out Sako Nico. I'm throwing Okamasa out of school. You can't! The room exploded in chaos. The headmistress disregarded it and strode calmly to stand in front of me. You would have 3 days, including today, to prepare your things. It would be difficult for you to leave immediately after all. In addition, until the day of the barber, you would be confined to your room. That is all. Wait a minute! I cannot accept this! The chaos grew louder. The headmistress grimaced and snapped her fingers decisively. Suddenly, the guardian, who had previously stood nearby silently, drew near. Now, everyone, back to your rooms. Okamasa, you come with me. As always, their grip was far more powerful than I expected from a woman. Half dragging me, they pulled me away from the others. My-san! Yeah, basically, it's the same thing. Their cries reached me, but only from afar. Alright. That's the end of chapter 9. And this is where I'm going to save. There are 26 in this chapters in the game. You know. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, that's like. What? 16 more weeks of content? Oh god, I haven't screamed so loud so much in my life. Ugh. Ugh. Seriously, what are they thinking? Oh no! Anyways, I'll try to stream chapter 11. I'm sorry, chapter 10 next week, Wednesday. I think my total play time for the base game playthrough was like 25 plus hours. I'm not sure how far I don't know how long I've been playing for. Yeah. But yeah, I have no doubt that it's going to be a long game. Ugh. But no, I'm just getting frustrated with like a lot of things that I just need to. God cool, God there, and everything. Ugh. But anyways, let's see who's on. Who is on right now? You know what? That's a cutie. That'd be great. She's doing art. So let's do our ending scene here. And once again, thank you for coming by, hanging out with me. And hopefully I'll see you next time as well. Peace out.